Okay.
Thank you so much. I'm going to be quick. If you don't mind, please giving us a little background on you, who you are, and why you decided to do estate planning.
Okay. Well, my name is Brenda Wood. I live in Atlanta, Georgia. I've been here for over 30 years. I was the NBC evening news anchor at the local NBC station, and fell in love with Atlanta. I'm from Washington, D.C. originally, but I've been living in the South for a long time. I lived with my mom. My mom lived with us, actually, the entire time that I've been here in Atlanta. She passed away in 2009. But I was her caretaker in the latter years of her life when she was very ill with cancer. And when she passed, it's not like it was a surprise. We knew we were headed in that direction, but always when it happens, it's just tears your heart out. And so there was lots to be done in preparation for the funeral and all of that. But when we got past that, my mom didn't have a will. And to this day, I'm not really sure why, because she was always so efficient about everything else. She did have me as a beneficiary on her insurance policies. And so maybe she thought that that covered it. But there's still some loose ends after all these years, pieces of her estate that I have not been able to get a hold of. And I haven't gone through the long process of probate court because by the time I go through that, it'll eat up whatever is left in the miscellaneous accounts. So I just haven't done it. But it made it very apparent to me that a will is important. And I have two daughters. They're grown and married now, and I have one grandson. And I don't have a large estate, but I do have possessions. I have a condo. I have savings. I'm retired now, and if should I pass away now or later, I want my kids not to have the angst that I had when my mom passed away. And so I wanted to do a will, and every year since 2010 and 11 and so forth, I promised myself I would do a will, and never got it done that year. And it's like, okay, my New Year's resolution, I'm going to do a will. And then it didn't happen. Here's what changed the game. I happened to hear a podcast that Amber Saunders did with her mom about wills versus trusts. And I was driving in my car, and I don't even know how it came up. But anyway, I listened to the whole thing, and I didn't even know that trust was, I didn't know the difference. And so in my mind, I needed a will. But by the time I listened to that whole podcast of conversation with Amber about the difference between the two and why a trust really is the better route, I was like, okay, I'm informed. That's what I want. Amber is, she's a peer of my daughter's. And Alita, her mom, is a good friend of mine. So it's like, okay, I have no excuse. I have information. I have the wherewithal and the contact to get this information and to do this. And so I did it. And I'm really glad that I did. I contacted Amber and her firm immediately took me in, and it gave me a whole booklet of what it is you're to do and how you go about it, and the difference between will and trust, and why you want to do it that way as a trust. And it was a very easy process. So I was able to check that box at the end of that year. Was that last year, Amber? Mm-hmm. End of last year, that I was actually able to accomplish the things that I'd been trying to accomplish or said I was going to accomplish since 2010. So thank you very much to the Saunders Firm. And she made it very easy, understandable. There were some papers to sign and some explanations to be had. Not a problem. I think I came into your office once. We did everything really kind of, over email, and that was it. And so I think in a matter of a couple of months, maybe, and probably could have been faster if I'd responded quicker, but in just a matter of a few months, it was done. And so I feel really, really comfortable about it. I'm 66, and I hope that I have a long life. And maybe by the end of my long life, there won't be any more assets. I will have eaten it all up, but that's all right, because who knows what's going to happen. And I feel very comfortable and confident and assured that all of my estate it will be handled properly. My kids have all the information that they need. There won't be any angst or worry or anxiety about how to distribute the funds. It's already laid out and very easy to access. And I feel good, very comfortable. Thank you.
Thank you. What's so funny is it's clear that you interviewed or spoke for a living, because I didn't even have to say anything.
Did I talk too long? I'm so sorry.
No, you didn't. I told you the questions and you took care of it. Normally I have to go back. So I was, okay, clearly she was the evening anchor for, I don't even have to do anything. You're used to asking the questions, not answering them. So,
well, this is true. This is true. I much rather ask the questions than answer them, because, sometimes I can just start rambling on, but I was happy to do this. It's funny, I was trying to remember all of the steps, and honest to goodness, I don't remember all the steps. All I remember is that it was really simple. Once I contacted you, you were like on it, and you sent me the information. Your company sent me the information immediately. Here's what you need to sign. Here's why we're doing it this way. This is why you want to do it this way. This is what you want to have covered. I mean, you just had it all laid out. So I didn't really have to think hard about it, and just, check the things that I wanted covered.
well, thank you so much. That's all I have.
That's it.
Yeah.